before what is anticipated to be a brutal 19-month campaign to persuade the public of his accomplishments and his capacity to serve far into his 80s. President Joe Biden's aides are working swiftly to complete staffing and operational elements of his re-election campaign. After spending the weekend at Camp David conducting a thorough test run of campaign and staff preparation, including items still required as final clearance, Biden arrived back at the White House late on Sunday. However, the difficulties of the approaching race were becoming clear, even as officials prepared final edits to an announcement video that is scheduled to be aired Tuesday, commemorating 4 years since Biden declared himself a contender in the 2020 presidential election. Only 26% of Americans, according to an NBC News survey issued on Sunday, believe Biden should seek re-election as president, while 70% disagree. 51% of Democrats believe Biden shouldn't seek re-election. That confirms the results of other recent surveys, such as an AP North poll issued on Friday and a CNN poll conducted earlier this month, which found only moderate support for Biden's re-election. On June 9, 2021, in Washington, Director of Intergovernmental Affairs for the White House, Julie Chavez Rodriguez is seen standing in front of the building. In the NBC survey, over half of those who are against Biden running believe that his age is a key factor in their opinion. In the long term, such figures won't mean anything, according to advisors. Republicans have a pretty good track record of bringing our people back home and out to vote, a senior Democratic official close to the White House said of the former President Donald Trump's candidacy. According to Biden's aides, his age reflects decades of expertise that have led to legislative victories that have generated real economic benefits for the entire nation. When you consider what's going on with Donald Trump right now and what we are hearing, he is a steady hand. Sen. Amy Klobuchar, a Democrat from Minnesota, said when CNN's Dana Bash questioned her about Biden's age on State of the Union, "People don't want that chaos back again." Even many of Biden's Democratic friends quietly admit that at 80, his age will undoubtedly play a major role in the upcoming campaign. Many Democratic leaders were shocked to learn that Biden had opted to start his re-election campaign this week. They had been led to think in recent weeks that Biden was more likely to wait until the summer to make his announcement. Biden advisors and others with strong ties to the White House have been claiming for weeks that the president was under no pressure to declare this spring and was eager to watch an increasingly heated Republican primary unfold without entering the race as an official contender. However, other considerations also affected Biden's advisors. It wouldn't be the best idea to launch a re-election campaign during a messy debt ceiling battle, which is anticipated this summer. The president has a packed calendar. He will travel abroad in the coming month for summits in Japan and Australia, and he also plans to travel abroad once more in July for a NATO summit in Lithuania. The desire of Democratic officials to deliver a strong first-quarter haul for the re-election campaign may be hampered by the fact that high-dollar fundraising is typically slower during the summer. The possibility of last-minute changes was still being highlighted by advisors. People with knowledge of the situation also claim that although Biden has finished filming a video announcing his candidacy and outlining his case for a second term, aides cautioned the timing could be problematic. The field of candidates for campaign manager quickly shrank from more than a half dozen to one name in recent days, as preparations for the re-election launch came into the open. Two top Democratic advisors told CNN on Sunday that Biden is prepared to appoint Julie Chavez Rodriguez, a senior White House advisor, to run the campaign. One of the many decisions Biden and his team were still debating as they got ready for the announcement that might be coming soon was who would lead the campaign. In Biden's White House, Rodriguez, a senior advisor to the president and the head of the Office of Intergovernmental Affairs, has seen her career soar. Last summer, Biden promoted Rodriguez to the position of senior advisor, bringing her into the select group of his most senior aides. Although Rodriguez will officially be in charge of the campaign, Anita Dunn, Jen O'Malley-Dillon, Mac Donalon, and Steve Ricchetti will all play key roles in its management from the West Wing. Rodriguez, a longtime Democratic advisor who is close to Biden, is the granddaughter of labor legend Cesar Chavez. According to two people briefed on the situation, Quentin Fulks, who managed Georgia's Sen. Raphael Warnock's successful 2022 campaign, will be named as Biden's deputy campaign manager. As he and his top national security officials negotiated the complexities of a potentially dangerous evacuation of government personnel from the U.S. Embassy in war-torn Sudan, Biden's final weekend before the anticipated announcement provided a glimpse into the balancing act to come. In private, Biden has insisted that his main priority is performing the duties of the position he was chosen to fill in 2020. On Saturday, he gave the order to send out approximately 100 U.S. Special Operations troops to Sudan in order to secure and complete the evacuation of U.S. personnel there. The roughly hour-long operation was successful, and no U.S. military or diplomatic personnel were hurt. It served as a live example of how the incumbent candidate for the White House might fare over the course of the next 19 months. There are always going to be crises that have the potential to completely change a message or campaign. According to those with knowledge of the situation, it also gave a glimpse into another Biden reality. Even if his final decision takes longer than some members of the party would like, he will have the final say in how things turn out. Because of this, some members of Biden's team warned their allies that the Tuesday announcement wasn't finalized until Biden gave his approval. They pointed out that the video had been recorded, and that close advisors had accelerated their contact with donors and party officials in the days preceding the announcement. But Biden wasn't happy about the leaks, and over the course of the weekend, he still had a lot to think about and talk about regarding the direction of his fledgling campaign.